Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I want to make a quick video discussing the triple crankset. I get a few questions on videos I've made in the past asking why I chose the triple on this particular bike. So I want to make this video today for the few of you out there who may still be interested in using a triple. So today what I'd like to do is talk about the many benefits of the triple crankset as well as a few of the downsides. At the end of the video, I will talk a little bit about the other drivetrain systems and why I did not choose that for this particular build. So first of all, I want to say that this bike is designed to be used as a touring bike on mixed terrain. That includes dirt roads, gravel roads, single track trails, paved roads, you name it. I want it to be able to ride on every surface. Any kind of off-road riding, you're going to wear out your drivetrain a lot faster. And so one of the key features of a triple for me was that I'm able to get the gear range I want with a 9-speed. And 9-speed chains and cassettes and shifters, all that stuff is very affordable. It's cheap to replace, it's economical. The other reason I picked it is for the gear range. Not only the extreme ends of the gear range, which 1x systems can offer and even 2x systems will offer, but the full range of gears. A triple can offer a full range of gears because those front chain rings allow you to pick a chain ring for the condition you're in and then micro shift at the back to really fine tune your cadence. It's hard to do that with a 1x and even with a 2x. A 3x system, a triple, really gives you that kind of latitude to work with the full range of gears. So that's why I picked the triple. The other reason I picked the triple is because the way I see it is once you've agreed on a front derailleur and a front shifter and a cable or a battery pack to run your shifter, whatever the case is, you've already put everything on your bike for a triple, but you just don't have the extra chainring. So why not just add the 50 grams and put the third chainring on your crankset? I know we are trying to save weight on our bikes. So I think if we really study the difference between a triple and a wide range 1x, we would find out that the weight differences are negligible. And it might even be the case that the triple is lighter, although I haven't verified that. But that would just be my intuition, is that it could even be lighter than a full range 1x setup. But somebody in the comments will probably know this, so please let me know what you guys think. I realize there are some downsides to the triple. One is that you have a larger chainring on an off-road bike. It's less desirable if you have a mountain bike and you have suspension. And when that suspension is activated, that extra large chainring can become a clearance issue for riders who are sending it and trying to do jumps and trying to go over logs and obstacles and that sort of thing. That the 1x and the smaller chainring probably works better and makes more sense for that kind of riding. The other downside to the triple, as I've already mentioned, you have to have a front derailleur, and a triple front derailleur needs to be designed to work with the 3 chain rings. And so a lot of times the way the cage is stamped, they're often stamped steel, they stamp it to fit a specific size, a set of chain rings, so that when you shift into the small ring and you're cross chaining a bit, you have a little more clearance. Also, the way they're stamped, they're designed to help lift the chain up onto and take the chain down to the smaller chain rings. And so if the chain rings are outside the range of what the derailleur is designed for, your shifting might be slightly suboptimal. But in my experience, I've never had that problem. And that is probably what the manufacturer will say. If you try to go outside the range, that the shifting may not be as good. The 1x, while it may work for certain kinds of riding, it doesn't offer the range. It doesn't offer the ability to micro tune your cadence like a triple can. The 2x system oftentimes gives you both ends of the gear range, but very little in the middle, where you will find yourself, especially if you're riding on smoother gravel roads with a slight incline, you might be kind of hunting for that gear to get the right cadence and you just can't seem to find it. But with a 3x, I find you can really hone and tune your cadence for what you're doing. And that to me is a great asset for a touring type bike. The other thing I want to say about the triple that some of you might be wondering is, well, what about the Q factor of the crankset itself? Aren't 3x systems wider than a 2x or a 1x? And the answer to that is no, it doesn't have to be. The inner ring is so small that it actually fits really well next to the chainstays, even if your chainstays have been made to fit a wider tire. That is the beauty of the triple, is that it actually tapers in towards the bottom bracket and allows your crank to maintain a nice, comfortable Q factor. So that, to me, is a real benefit. Now, why not just go to a 4x or a 5x? Why not add more? If a triple's so good, why not a 4x? You're taking what is a natural step between the big ring to the middle ring to the small ring, and you're just changing that step ratio and tightening it up. And while that might be good, it might just be too much. I don't know if you've ever gone from, say, a 10 speed to a 12 speed, and just having a few extra gears on the cassette are almost redundant. They just don't really even, they're not even necessary. And so you're kind of wondering, well, why did I upgrade to 12 speed when two of these gears are basically redundant? They just don't feel that much different. And so I think if you were to go beyond a 3x, you're probably going to see that the ratio between the steps, or the difference between the steps, is too subtle and it's actually redundant. And again, now you're just adding weight for very little benefit. So this was my thinking on the triple. This is why I chose it for my dirt touring bike. Please, if you guys have any comments about this, I'd love to hear what you have to say. What do you guys think? Do you think a triple is totally out of fashion right now? Is the triple gone? Am I one of the few people left that's clinging on to old, outdated technology? I'd love to hear your comments, so please leave them down below. And thank you all again for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all, or you will hear from me in the next video. Thanks for watching.